Welcome to Slime Media Sports / Hip Hop. This is gonna be my review on the NFL season for Week 1 yesterday. We had a lot of interesting games, a lot of upset victories. I'm here to get straight to it and talk about it. The standouts for me today were Jameis Winston and the Saints upset the Green Bay Packers. Jameis Winston with 5 touchdowns. Let me repeat this to y'all again. Jameis Winston had 5 touchdowns. Had 5 touchdowns going and upset the Green Bay Packers, a team that everybody thinks is a Super Bowl contending team. Wow. Aaron Rodgers looked flat, like out of it. You can tell he ain't been in training camp. Has been with the team. He just looked out of it. Like, he want to be there. I really do. This actually is going to be his last season in Green Bay. Almost people made a joke on Instagram saying maybe he's throwing away this game so he can get traded to somebody, or something, like, to a contender or something like that. Because the way he played and the way he looked, it just out of it. He just looked frustrated and all that. The Saints defense look unstoppable. The offense look unstoppable. Boy, Jameis Winston looking like he that next dude for New Orleans. James Winston looked better than he's ever looked in Tampa Bay, and now and to be in New Orleans, he looks very good. So that's another that was one of the standout games for me. Very big standout. New Orleans is here. They for real. They serious. Seem like after this one game, like they for real. So let's see him keep this up. And I said James Winston looked good in the preseason, but like everybody says preseason, we don't know, but he looked good this game. So I'm like, dang, like he up. So we gonna see. Also, the Pittsburgh Steelers up to the Buffalo Bills. I told people, I said the Bills were an overrated team last year. I said Josh Allen's the overrated quarterback. He has a lot of weapons. That's why he's so good. I said you get Lamar Jackson on weapons, you'll see what he'll do with them. So I mean, Josh has an arm. He's a good quarterback, and I don't get me wrong, he's no slouch. But I just pretty much think he's not as good as everybody's making him to be. And we saw that with the Steelers defense. He got exposed, and wow, good game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Good game for the Steelers as well and all that. So, like I said, that's another surprising matchup. Also surprising win. Also, this wasn't surprising, but it's a good game. Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe the Cleveland Browns will hit y'all. They for real. This is just one game, but they showed they for real. I felt they had Odell Beckham. If he played, I think he would have been a difference maker. But Odell didn't play, so the Browns lost. The Chiefs pulled it off. But wow, the Chiefs, you already know what it is. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, you know that for real. Nobody's gonna bring to the table. But the Browns put up a good fight. They had them up all the way until like the end of the second half, in the fourth quarter. That's when the Chiefs came back storming. But good game by them. So very, very like a surprising victory. Not surprising victory, very surprising performance by the Cleveland Browns. Like they showed they really are still that team. They almost, beat the Chiefs last year, and I almost was an AFC Championship. So, beware the Browns. The Browns ain't no slouch when they on the schedule now. They are for real and they are serious, and they know that. They know teams coming on get their best effort with them. So, good game by them. Also, another upset victory. The Cardinals. Even though I'm a Cardinals fan, I'm fair play. DeAndre Hopkins plays for the Arizona Cardinals, but the Cardinals beat up on the Tennessee Titans real bad. Chandler Jones had the Titans offensive lineman looking so bad, looking like a young high school kid out of the way he was just dominating him like it was just nothing. Like he would just like he didn't belong on the field pretty much and all that. Looking like he played for Bishop Sycamore. You know what I'm talking about? The way Chandler Jones had the offensive lineman looking for the Titans. So the Cardinals pretty much beat down the Titans, and just so shocking when you got Derrick Henry, the best running back in the league, arguably. Then you got Julio Jones, who some people say is healthy, is still a top 12, top 10 receiver in the league. Then you got A.J. Brown, who's definitely top 10 as well. So it's just shocking. Like, wow. And the Tennessee defense ain't like no slouch. No, they struggled a lot last year, but they should have been better. But the Cardinals beat up on them. Christian Kirk with 2 touchdowns. I think Kyler Murray had 3 or 4 touchdowns too as well. So good game by the Cardinals. Upset, really disappointing victory by the Titans. Expected more from them. But also I had to put out there too as well. All NFC North teams lost. The Lions lost to the 49ers. Everybody figured that, of course. Packers, of course, got blew out shockingly by the Saints, like I just said. Vikings got beat by the Bengals in overtime. Joe Burrow is showing he's a good quarterback. He that dude. Like I said, that offensive line can protect him. Like I said, because the Vikings defense ain't good. Even though I'm a Vikings fan as well. I'll show y'all, I got a back poster of them, which I can show you a little bit. But I got a poster of the Vikings, so I'm definitely a Vikings fan as well. But yeah, our defense is struggling. This is really like a rebuilding year for us. We're going to depend on our offense to win games. But we got to see how Joe Burrow plays against a good defense. But that allows them to hold up against the Vikings. But I see the Vikings defense is so-so. But Joe Burrows pulled it off and got the victory in overtime and all that. Jamar Chase looked good. He ain't looked that good in the preseason, dropping a lot of passes and all that, but he looked good. Then, but then also the rest of the guys, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, the usual look good. Even Joe Mixon looked good. The past 2 years, I had Joe Mixon on my fantasy team. He ain't really done good. This year, the year I don't draft him, he's doing good now. Look good. Like I said, it's against the Vikings low-level defense, so we don't know if that means Cincinnati's going to be good. It could have been just what defense they were going against. That's why the line was able to be so good. But Vikings, like I said, Vikings lost against the Bengals, and Vikings, Packers, Lions, and also the Bears lost on primetime got against the Rams. Which I figured anyway. I said Matthew Stafford's only had one or two good teams the whole time he was in Detroit, and that's where he had Megatron, Calvin Johnson, who was unstoppable. He's never had a receiving core like this, or really close to like a running game like this. Maybe when he had Bush, when Bush was in Detroit, but that was during Bush's towards his middle of the end of his prime career when he had Reggie Bush in Detroit. But other than that, Matthew Stafford has never had a team like this. So for him to have a team like this and a defense like that, oh my goodness. Watch out for the Rams. The Rams could be a Super Bowl team, but like I said, those are all four of those NFC North teams lost. So you don't know who is the good team in NFC North. I still say, I'm a Vikings fan, I still say the Packers do have the best team because they have Aaron Rodgers. They have the better quarterback. Andy Dalton, Justin Fields won't know about the situation in Chicago because you really don't know. Detroit is really building the year, so we already know that. In Minnesota, my Vikings, I think our defense is just so terrible. And Kirk Cousins, I like him a lot, but he's not a quarterback that can get us and throw us, in games, throw us to help us win games. He's not a guy that can use his arm to win games. We rely on the running back and Dalvin Cook and all those guys. We don't really rely on too much of Kirk Cousins throwing the football like that. So, that's why I feel like it might be our downfall, our defense. So I feel like Green Bay Packers are still the best team in that division. That was just one game, and Rodgers has to play in a minute. So it just showed, So, but both of those teams lost. All those teams in that division lost yesterday. Also, NFC West, which I called if you saw earlier, I said NFC West is going to be a tough division in football. All four of those teams won. The Rams won, the Cardinals won, the 49ers won. But Rams, okay. Oh my goodness. How did I forget this on camera? It's the Rams, Cardinals, the 49 Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. Y'all help me out in the comment section of the other team, but all three of those teams won this year. So, yeah, but like I said, that's going to be the best division in football and all that. Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, and oh man, it'll come to me out, but Seahawks. I've got Seahawks. I know I was gonna catch on to it. Seahawks as well. Seahawks won. I didn't see that highlights of that game, but they beat the Colts pretty good and all that. So yeah, all four of those teams pretty much they all won this year. Yesterday. So they definitely gonna be they definitely gonna be the toughest division in football. So I don't know who's gonna come out the division winner. I'm going for the Cardinals, but that's who I want. But yeah, so. Like I said, so good games, good matchups. The next game is tonight, Monday Night Football, Las Vegas versus Baltimore Ravens. I got the Ravens win because I found the Raiders defense just can't nobody in that defense gonna be able to stop Lamar Jackson even without the Ravens having two of their starting running backs. I still believe the Ravens will be so much better. So the Ravens gonna still do good and win and all that because that Raiders defense, every cornerback they draft is like third on the depth chart and secondary and all that. So. It's just they got a veteran. Casey Hayward is their best cornerback, so that tells you the truth, kind of like, how that defense is. So, like I said, I just want going for the Ravens and all that. Also, like to say I won both my fantasy leagues as well. I'm winning all three of them today, so that definitely did a lot good for me. So I'm definitely happy about that. So, like I said, even though I had Aaron Rodgers starting as my quarterback, but I'm trying to get Jameis Winston. I'm trying to pick him up. He's a free agent on a lot of NFL fantasies because people didn't expect him to do good like how he did. But, everybody's going to pick him up, and I'm trying to get him first and all that. So he's showing he don't need Michael Thomas and nothing like that. He's doing good. But, like I said, like I was saying, though, NFC West teams, both of those teams won, and NFC North teams, both of those teams lost. So it's like I predicted, that's the weakest division in football, NFC North, and the tough division in football, NFC West, with Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona, and the LA Rams winning. So, yeah, like I said, man, this is Slimy, this Sports Stats. Here about my next review, probably going to be tonight, probably on Monday Night Football, that's it. But everything else, like I said, I think I touched on about my biggest, things that shocked me today, yesterday in the NFL, everything I liked, everything I enjoyed. So, Yeah, so this is Slimy This Sports slash Hip Hop, man. I'm out. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be safe out there.